And coming to you live from Kansas City, Missouri, we have the next iteration of the PondCast.
Oh, shit.
Myself, Kuro, Light VIP, and someone who we've never had on before, Milk, who is awake. Awake Milk.
What the fuck are you talking about? I've been on this for like 4 episodes.
5?
Yeah, but now you're awake.
5?
7, 6.
I knew that.
This is the first time you can experience the hype milk.
Look, I mean, they experienced hype milk during the PSISTORM Aftermath versus CranKy Ducklings.
Size some
Showmatch,
after.
Clan War.
Yes.
Psionic Aftermath. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, this is exactly what you wanted to say, right?
Yeah, it is actually. I wanted to troll.
It's easier. Just say that for both teams. It's fine.
I mean, you say that, but I started confusing the two teams recently. Like,
We've all done it. We've all done it at some
I
point.
don't think I said Psionic Gaming yet, but I might have.
Fuck, the day we become all in Ducklings. I'm ready.
Alan Duck. Alan Duck. By the way, we can call them Alan. Actually, that's later on. Fuck! Why do we have to have a structure?
Yeah. We're gonna have to reach and go way back because we're like a week late. So yeah.
We got a lot of
SDOs.
we got a lot to talk about, don't we, Light?
Yeah.
That's why we decided we needed awake milk.
Mhm. This might become like the new time we do this. We'll see. It's because it's too hard trying to schedule it during the week.
Change in schedule that you worked recently, didn't you, Light?
All that and Milk like going hard at school and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna
Right.
suck.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways,
while we're here, fucking enjoy it.
Okay.
So we have a structure. Shall we follow the structure, or should we just go say whatever?
do we ever follow the structure?
Sometimes.
We try.
Yeah, we try. That's a good description.
That's true, we do try.
Okay.
So
So starts off, Kuro. What's been going on with you?
Why me?
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
hold on.
Yeah,
Time out
she's the
one
first
second.
one on the list.
Time out 1 second. I like that, today we have really hyper milk, right? But Yaku sounds like he's fucking dying.
He's been awake for like 36 hours or
I'm
something.
just saying.
We gotta
like,
balance it out,
You
man.
actually just like drained his energy. That's what happened.
Yaku, we told you to go to bed
Moderation.
literally 12 hours ago. We did say this. I want to point that out. We said, Yaku, don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops.
That went well.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, there's a lot of news we have with our clan, apparently.
Yeah, lots been going on with our clan. Wow.
Look, we all got up because the fucking MMR went down.
Yeah, that's totally what happened.
Yeah. Like everyone got promoted basically.
Almost. Yeah.
Kuro. Almost everyone.
Even if
Need
it
to
was
step it up,
rank,
Milk.
it was a
Yeah,
division.
you better.
Look. Listen here, you little shit. Right?
This is why we chose this.
I'll rank up when it happens, right? What? But it seems that Kuro got promoted to Plat.
Mhm.
From
Yeah,
his
right.
Most
phone.
hype
Right on the-
promotion.
Right on the beginning of the season. And yeah, I was so upset because I
I
actually
saw that on stream.
I
It was
actually
mostly.
didn't get the promotion screen because it was like the first game of the season and it just like straight put me into plat. I was just so upset because I always wanted to screenshot, the promotion screen of platinum and stuff, and nope, it's not happening.
It's all right, Kuro.
Take what you can
It's
get.
alright. You wanna
Yeah.
know what happened in my first diamond promotion?
Hmm?
So when I was plat before they had the 1-2-3, I was playing this game and I was losing hard. And then the guy DC'd and I got promoted. And I was just like, all right, fair enough.
Nice.
So that
I'll
was
take it.
my first diamond promotion.
Then later on, he messaged you like, "Mate, you got fucking lucky, dude."
Look, I didn't have to see him ever again. Okay, I was fine with that.
Yeah, but like we're speaking about the promotions and stuff, but like right now my MMR is back to the bottom of Gold 1, so not much changed.
Ah, man. You got a shiny badge.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, once you hit that point, it's easier to reach it again, as opposed to just climbing from, you know.
Because you know that it's like, you know, a point that you've been at before, so you can do it again, right? Because the same thing happened to Yaku. Like Yaku was like top diamond, top plat 1, and then you went back down to plat 3 MMR, right? And then
But I was like, whatever. That was plat 1 last season. I can do it again.
yeah.
Speaking of your ranking, Yaku. You hit diamond 3?
Did you?
What?
Yeah, like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
can I just point out that Yaku hit diamond like few hours before our first match in VTL.
First message I got from Light, I was like, Light, I got diamond 3, Light. And he was like, good job, man. You fucked us with VTL.
You essentially did. Can you blame him though? Because you did, in a sense.
Like, you could wait those few hours.
Yeah.
Like, look, we're happy that you're eager to ladder and everything, and how you want to improve. But come on, couple hours before our first match.
It gives me like flashbacks to like Kerwin trying to play in our tournaments and always like ranking up right before the tournament
He was
starts.
like, oh, sweet, you guys got like a Masters thing. Now that I've hit Masters, I can play in that. Like the day before the first Masters one, oh, guys, I hit GM with Terran.
He didn't hit GM, but like he got Master 1.
He hit Masters 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Christ.
But yeah, that did actually screw us over because that was the one day when I couldn't play, so only Kata was available really for platinum players. I mean, we could always play Steel, I guess.
Shit, can wait.
But
We actually can't because he doesn't have 15 ladder games.
yeah, true.
Yeah, we went over that. Like, we're like, well, we could field this player. It's like, he needs 15 ladder games though. It's like, fuck.
Well, you two aren't the only ones who got promoted on the clan, so fucking Claire is now what, Masters?
Masters
2,
I think.
Masters 2?
Masters.
Yeah, see, the funny thing
Masters
was
2 with Zerg and Masters 3 with Terran.
yeah, he first got promoted as a Zerg, and he was like so upset about it. I mean, not really upset, but like so confused about it, because he was just bane busting to Masters, and he got Masters 2 before he got Masters as Terran, but then he got the Masters Terran as well. Only Master 3 though.
He had the best.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Seeing him hit Masters 2 with Zerg live was the best thing.
Yeah, that was in the clips.
Was he playing against Zombie Grub?
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Because like when he banely busted, the ID was I love Boxer, and that's the only ID I know that Zombie Grub plays on.
Oh my god. Did he bane bust something?
So I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but you know, that's the
Time
ID
to
I
sift
saw.
through her VODs.
Time to
sift
fucking
through
sift through the VODs, find out that it's actually a behind the paywall.
Not sure.
So I thought that was kind of funny that like, you know, and to be honest, like if you're a Zerg player and you want to rank up quick, baneling busting is like probably the easiest thing to do it with.
Unless you're really bad
and
at
also depending on the map also, but it's like you're generally you have a higher
Just
probability
ones.
of winning and ranking up with Baneling Bus compared to all the other races, in my opinion.
I mean, in best of one, it's like, yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like you've got like Printef, right? Who's GM
Cannon rush,
only cannon rushing, right? Like it's.
But
yeah,
on
you can
that
do stuff
note,
like
on that note, he actually like Printef actually tweeted that he got Master 2 with Zerg before he got the run to Master. So there's
Yeah, but he
there's
probably
something
didn't
about
understand.
being Zerg and Master.
To be fair, I think from what I've heard, Printf only cannon rushes because he has a shitty computer, and that's all he can do. Because he
That was
can't
what
macro.
was originally, but then it became his thing.
Mm.
Because it was
Fair,
like,
fair.
fuck it, now we're both in like death balls, and now my computer dies. I'm in like one frame. Fuck. Might as well end the game early.
Very true. Very true.
I know that feeling. I used to play mono battles on 3 frames per second. That was interesting. No, sorry, 3 was the good result. It was usually 1 frame per second. Like, especially if somebody got carriers.
Oh yeah, carriers kill frames.
Or people
No
get
doubt.
carriers.
But yeah.
I think it was the same thing when we played co-op together, Kuro. Like because you can max out easily, and I was Zagara, so I had like maxed out Banes, and it just killed your computer.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't remember, but possibly. Yeah, there was something like that. But yeah, like that would happen regularly, so I was totally used to it. I remember there was that one game. Maybe it was I don't remember, but I think there was one game when I was playing mono battles on like Crank stream or something, and I think I got lurkers or whatever, and I just borrowed them in the random spot. I was like, whatever, just do your work. I can't see anything anyway.
Was that the one where you just planted them at a tower and then
No.
they just walk? Okay.
But yes, there was that one where Yaku just literally walked into my lurkers next to Excel Naga Tower. It was beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
Like there was that map where like the Xelnaga was on a high ground and everything else was on the low ground, and I just had the lurkers burrowed on the high ground, and he like straight like move commanded his marines to my lurkers.
What did I have? Like, yeah, it was some kind of light unit. It was either Marines or Zealots that I had.
I'm pretty sure those were marines.
I was like, yeah, don't worry, guys, we're invincible. Enemy made a move them, and then all of a sudden, wait, what happened to my Marines? Fuck you, Kuro.
Yeah, he was so upset. It was beautiful. The trap worked. I was like, yeah, this is like Xelnaga. Someone will like want to take it, right? I didn't expect him to walk through there, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
yeah,
battles, mate.
it's really cool to see everyone like improving and getting promoted and stuff. Like I think we talked about this when Yaku hit Plat 1, right? But like a year ago, was it a year ago? You were silver, Yaku.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you're diamonds. Like that's pretty fucking impressive.
It just means you gotta brush up on your skills, Yaku.
Yeah. The next getting diamond, I would be
That's yeah. I'm kind of worried.
I'd be so impressed if you hit Diamond 2 before the next like Team League season. Like,
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like hit Diamond 2 before Valencia. I was like, that's in a week, so
I mean,
you got like 2 months. You've got like 2 months. Yeah, and Kuro,
when did we
pretty good
play?
plan.
When did we play the Austin qualifier?
A while ago.
So, hold on. Let me sift through our chat on Discord.
that will take a while.
Wait, I can search, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Inspiration, Alan, Yaku, Light. Are you awake? Yep. That's all of the conversations, by the way.
Close enough.
But yeah, like because a lot of these promotions, like it's cool, but we kind of got screwed over in like team leagues. Like Claire isn't Diamond anymore, so he can't play. Yaku is Diamond 3, which is like that middle ground where you can't really play either.
If ETL started half a month ago, which actually I can't blame them, but you know.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Like initially,
But-
it was gonna start a month ago, but I mean, it's not really their fault, so I can't know.
Eh,
Well, Kuro hit plat, so it's like at least we have a replacement for Yaku.
yeah,
At least we have
except it's a
two
bad
plats.
one, but yeah.
I don't know. Cat is
You just
setting
need
it
to
up.
train you harder.
We
Gotta
kind
run
of
you
carried
through
the
the
weight
intro.
last week, yesterday.
I mean, like my biggest problem with the game right now is that I don't have the patience, and I don't mean like patience, like I don't have the patience like when I see somebody like just going mech and like my army crashing in front of it. I'm just like I don't want to waste time on this really. Like this is just
Didn't you say that if your opponent does that, take every base and go brute lords?
yeah. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But like the thing is that like it's not entertaining to me. Like sure I do it, but like I feel like it takes a lot of time that could be used on something else. But yeah. Anyway.
Outside of
Anyway.
that, things to look at in that one game, they could be like, yeah, no, since this is happening, I'll do this and work on this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In other news, we've also recruited new members. I feel like it was only recently that we picked up Claire, but yeah, we've got a couple more.
He ain't the rookie no more.
Mm-hmm.
Who did we get, Light?
An admin, a caster,
We
a player, and a brother.
yeah, we picked up PhoenixTears.
Champ.
We had a lot of fun making the graphic. But yeah, like PhoenixTears, I feel like he's one of those people who I've probably wanted to have on the team for a while. Who like
You're
plays with
waiting.
us a lot. Yeah, like there's a couple
You're
of them,
waiting
right?
to
Like
pounce on the opportunity.
Like there's a couple of them, right? Like regular Phoenix or like Lumia, like players who have been part of the community for a long time, but like everyone's already part of other teams, right? So it's like, well fuck. But yeah, we ended up picking up PhoenixTears, which is pretty cool. We can have like the Halvakas and stuff.
Now Cat will have a Protoss partner.
Yeah. Like he's normally random, but recently he's just been playing as Protoss, which is really good for Kata for sure.
Mhm. I think initially he said that Protoss was his strongest race, but now I think he's just playing Protoss because he wants to help Kata have a partner.
Also because he wants to get better at his best race, but
No,
yeah.
nobody does that.
Then why are you playing Terran, Yaku?
I like MMA.
All right. You said two
Yeah.
members, Light. Who's
Wait,
the other one?
But wait, I think something that is also important about PhoenixTears, because we talk about,
No.
yeah, he's an random player, he's like regular, but I think what is important is that like it's another person who is like contributing to many different projects in StarCraft in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like there are multiple events that he's like being an admin for, like helping out around, and like he's one of those people who
he's
just help
still-
out in the community.
He used to be in PsyX. I'm not wrong this, right? I'm not remembering wrong. He used to be in PsyX, and he would, be doing all of the be an admin for PsyX events. But he's still gonna, just because he's a CranKy, he's still gonna help out in those like JSL and whatnot.
Yeah, like he's Kuro was mentioning it, but he's like a big part of Proxy Tempest, and he's an admin for the Gauntlet. He does stuff for OSC, he does stuff for JSL. He's the
PSISTORM
head
Team
admin
League.
of PSISTORM Team League. Like he also does a lot of stuff, similar to Kuro. And yeah, it's really cool to have
Maybe
him.
similar to me, but like in different aspect, I would say.
Yeah,
different personality wise. Like actually I was talking to him and he kind of said it himself that like he likes like interacting with the players and like solving issues for the players, and I'm more the person who's like focused on like technical stuff and on like making things work. Like everybody has like their strong sides.
Now we just need to come up with something that you can both work on, and it'll be amazing. Like powers combined.
Make
Overwhelming.
SDO better.
Yes, yeah, better.
Shoot. Oh, speak of the devil, looky here's who's in chat.
Yeah. We also got another player from Sonic Aftermath.
Well, are we just stealing from Sonic Aftermath? Is that what's happening
Dude,
now?
Look, man, the grass is greener.
I felt bad. I felt bad when this happened because I'm like, are Sonic Aftermath gonna hate us now? Like, are they gonna think we're just taking all their players? Like
we just destroyed them in the clan war. We're taking players.
I mean, that was the price. If
Yeah,
the winner takes
like
a player of their choice?
Is it like that was the price that like we just took over?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, we got Voltacus, ex Sonic Aftermath, EU captain or EU officer. Yeah.
EU officer, which means that for team leagues and stuff, he may or may not captain them.
Yeah. And Volt's also been like kind of a regular practice partner with us. Like he often comes on and we practice together and he helps us out. I think he actually helped us out like in our VTL like warm up clan wars as well, like getting ready for them.
He drilled me in 2-on-1 for like 2 hours straight before my JSL match.
Yeah. So it's really cool. It's really cool to have him as part of the team, and since he's been part of the team, like he's been helping Kat out a lot. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how she improves as well because of that. Having another EU player on the team helps a lot with that because she couldn't really make it to NA practice, and they're also both from the UK, so there's that as well.
Oh, we might have to separate them.
I
I don't like two British people plotting.
It's dangerous.
But it's cool. We got new players. Like you're doing your job hunting.
No, but like
The duck hunter.
and once again, like for firstly, like he had like his job, his captain job at PsyX, but he's also like casting events. He's like helping admin events or admining events. He's the main admin of the Evolution division in JSL, so the Diamond division. He's making his own league right now, I believe. There's no like exact start date on that, so that's why I'm not gonna show any info right now. But like as soon as that is like properly set up, then we're gonna be probably announcing that as well. But yeah, like he's also like doing a lot of stuff here and there. So once again, like we seem to like gather together people who are like working on many different projects related to StarCraft.
Hey man, birds of a feather and whatnot.
So we're gonna be the clan of fucking production people.
Yes.
Pretty much. But then we'll hold all the power. We'll have a freaking monopoly on like amateur events until somebody decides, you know what? No, I'm gonna make my own amateur event.
And then what? We're gonna take them over.
Yeah. We'll take them on too.
We'll take-
They will realize that they need us.
Jesus Christ! We're gonna become a union.
Oh god.
Only if we pre-plan where all the states are gonna be. Okay.
Oh my god!
So back to this.
I like how the viewers will have no idea what this is about because this is the pre-show talk.
good.
If you ever want to get access to the VODs of the pre-show of the podcast, please remember to subscribe to the CranKy Ducklings.
And remind
So
us to
glad I don't
record
have
the
to show
pre-show.
Yeah, and
today.
remind us to record it. Actually.
Look, we'll make a recreation. We'll make
Look,
a
they didn't need to
recreation.
know, okay? This is how you bait them in.
Hey! I have one recording at least. So
See? You got a recording.
I have a recording.
I'm not saying it's one of my proudest moments, but you know, it's still a recording.
I mean, I have 2 recordings actually. Like, I have the first one.
Look, listen here. 3's too much, okay? We had 1. That's all you need.
No, I have 2. One of them is actually uploaded on YouTube, but it's unlisted. I'm not gonna say anything more.
Christ.
Yeah. Our team is growing bigger. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but as I always say, like, our team is getting bigger, but like we always like careful to like keep the spirit of the team because that's what's important to us, and also that's something that people mention like for different teams that like especially in the bigger teams like it's harder to follow the whole organization because there's many people who often don't even meet each other because
Ashes.
yeah, like it's just like it's not necessarily like I don't know like somebody is like running the team poorly or something. Just the fact that there's many people like you often don't know all of your teammates
And
like
they don't have like, and there's no like company holiday bash or whatever. That they're like,
yeah, like there's less
Yeah.
integration in like the bigger organizations.
Yeah, I think I like, how for our team, we're more like a team and not like a clan. Like, we make announcements whenever we recruit someone new. We all try and practice together. We all try and get to know each other and spend time together and stuff like that. And
it's actually
when-
enforced.
yeah, and
Like,
if you
we'll,
get like a
go over there
bigger,
and chain you to your desk.
if you get like a bigger clan, you don't necessarily get
Yeah,
that.
I feel
don't
like that's the difference that like we like as like our example, like we take the teams that we know that like they care about their players and stuff, and like when we think about the CranKy Ducklings as a clan, we don't think about it as like you just have a clan tag and maybe we will take you for a clan war. Like for us, it's like something more than just a name.
You're not just drafted into our lineup. You just
Yes. Yes. What do you want to say, Yak? What's the goal?
you actually have companionship.
I mean, yeah, like for me, it was always like important, like and like different about CranKy Ducklings. That's why we can make,
It all goes back,
and that's
man.
why we can
It all
make,
goes back to Crank.
yeah, and that's why we can make all sorts of stupid puns about ducks because like we all just roll along with it.
It all goes back to Crank, man. But I don't really feel like giving a history lesson. So that was our
The other-
new members.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the other big thing about recruiting new members is we have to be careful about milk because
What?
Oh yeah.
What did I do?
If you have
just gotta rein you in. Just gotta rein you in sometimes when it comes to the ladies. And
Listen.
keep you in check.
Listen, I have done nothing. I do not. This is a false accusation.
none that they know of.
I have no idea what Light is talking about.
I did not have.
You deny everything, right?
relations.
I am not saying I'm denying everything. There are things where I can admit, like, my Russian waifu. Okay, I'm alright with that.
You're allowed to
I'm
say
not
that.
saying that I'm gonna hit on every member that comes into the team. Okay, so fuck
It's
off.
not promised that you'll be hit on, but maybe you'll get hit on.
I mean, last
But
time I
it's not
heard
a
that's someone
promise.
else's specialty, so
That's true. That's true. If milk doesn't, then Claire will. Like Yaku knows that
No, no, no,
firsthand.
no, 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 no. Claire is a bit picky, you know. You need to have abs, okay?
It's true. It's true.
Yaku, do
Abs
you have
first.
abs?
I used to.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
I think that's all the new additions we have to the team. Yeah. Let's talk about JSL. JSL. Because that's like the big individual league that some of us were participating in, Milk. But,
Yeah, I had to forfeit.
yeah. So what
Uh,
happened? What happened?
I'm getting too busy, and I won't be able to play many games.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to forfeit my match, which I probably could have won, but I was just like, if I win and then I don't go to the next one, there's no point. Like,
Yeah, this one. That guy.
this guy could have been ahead. I don't know how far he went actually, so I have no idea if he lost or won
I actually
yet.
have the bracket on my tab
He
somewhere.
actually
Hold
won.
on.
He won.
There we go.
I have faith in that guy because he's a dirty Protoss player. You know
Wow.
what? Well, yeah, I had to forfeit my match because of my upcoming schedule, and if I had to play for StarCraft for like one thing, I'd rather play for VTL because I think I would be more helpful in VTL than JSO.
I mean, in team league compared to an individual league.
Yeah,
Also,
because someone also got promoted to Diamond 3, so we needed some fucking,
God damn it,
someone's got to
Sarge.
pick up the pace of the team.
Yes, Sargy. Also, Claire, who had a really good showing in the playoffs, he actually made it out top of his group, which does mean he gets a walkover.
he didn't
But
lose a map.
unfortunately, his opponent also got a walkover because he also got promoted.
No, it was because Claire. Because here. First thing first is that the rule of JSL was that once the tournament starts, you can get promoted. But the thing was that it was like directly discussed between the admins that for Claire it was the limit of doing the quote unquote double promotion. Like when he got masters on both Zerg and Terran, like they decided that like that's the point where he has to stop. Because like he's coming back, I don't want to say pro, but like, you know, coming back GM. So, you know, it's a bit different with him.
Not entirely. From what Volt said, it was because they would allow promotions from like Diamond to Diamond 1, but getting promoted from Diamond 2 to Diamond 1 to then Masters is too much.
Yeah, that was like too far. But I remember
if, for example, if Yaku got to Diamond 2, then he would also be like disqualified from JSL because then that would be 2 promotions, right? That was my understanding.
Yeah, but I just remember that it was like that when he got promoted for Zerg, like it was okay, but like when he got master on both races, like that's when they decided to walk away.
Yeah, they were willing to be like, you know what, whatever. It's like an off race, whatever. But then when it was like, oh, there's no way we can like turn a blind eye anymore.
I mean, like it's understandable, and like Claire knew about it, so like it was talked over with him as well, and like he accepted it. So you know, it's not a big deal really.
I mean, as others were saying, it would be unfair for Claire, who is Masters 1 now, to play against like Diamond 3 players. You know.
Yeah.
Like the school
Masters
gap
1?
is too big. Sorry, Masters 3.
School gap?
But in the same time, in the Origins division, I end up second to last place actually, because I won my last match. That was actually quite funny. Like all of my games went horrible, and then I won the last match. And like I don't remember now, but like I think I won it pretty confidently too, pretty convincingly. And like, couldn't that happen earlier? Like, is it really the time that like I win my last match?
You have the exact same score. Well, not quite as the guy above you, but he had more wins in the end.
Yeah, he got better map score. But yeah, like
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but like
Well,
I remember like that was the day when I just I knew that like that match is probably not gonna change my situation, so like I didn't really even prepare or anything. So like I just went to the match with like zero stress or pressure or anything, and maybe that's why it went as well as it did.
Not even a humble brag, just a straight up brag. I didn't even prepare for that match,
No,
man.
it's
I
not.
took it convincingly.
No, because like what I mean is that like when you prepare, you're like, yeah, I have this build, and like now I have to execute this build that I planned, and like for that match I just went with whatever I had.
You should have seen my
That's
group
much
stage
better.
matches then.
I mean, oh shoot, did we talk about our Clan War versus SciX?
Yeah, that was last week. We already talked about
Did we talk about it? Okay, well, that was actually a thing where during that Clan War I had the same feeling where I was like, Christ, it's TVP. I'm not doing well in TVP right now. Fuck, what do I do? Fuck it. 1v1, that's what I'm most comfortable with. And it worked out in the end.
That was a sick game, by the way.
Yeah.
You should go watch that on YouTube now.
Yeah, the VOD's on YouTube. Like, Yaku's games are usually like just really close and really intense.
Mm-hmm.
And we all just go crazy in chat, like, watching it. Like,
Speaking of Yaku's match in a clan war.
Look, okay. I played against a member of Born Gosu in JSL beforehand, so...
Okay.
By the way, we're talking about since Kuro's knocked out, Claire couldn't play anymore and Milk forfeited. That makes me... I am the last one!
But yeah, like, Yaku actually won his group. Like, he went on the first place with a 4-1. So that's
Did you really make it first?
Yeah, I did.
I got a walkout for the first week.
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, and
You better win.
he's in the playoffs now, and he actually went to the round of 8.
Damn, son.
So yeah.
So Yaku's gonna win JSL, right? That's what's happening.
I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good motivation, that being that if I don't, Terranort will swim over and fucking slap me.
Mm-hmm.
I will swim over and slap you.
I think you said that to me like on stream.
Yeah, he did. But looking at the brackets, it looks like the semifinals match is going to be pretty tough.
Well, look, Miguel, I'm excited to play him again.
Yeah, you played Miguel, and we saw Caesar in the last
Kaiser,
whatever. We saw him in the last clan war as well. So I guess that's some intel.
That's also the other reason why I'm hoping to get Miguel again.
Yeah, because Caesar is also like he's Diamond 3 right now. He was also promoted, but
yeah, many people got promoted. Actually,
Caesar has been hyped up a lot in the JSL Orchards Discord. There was some guy saying like, "Man, I don't want to face you at all in the semifinals if I make it, because god damn, I looked at your replays and I'm like, how the fuck, what?" I didn't look at his replays yet, but you know.
And I guess we can go into more detail about his games, because we did play against him a couple of days ago. And Milk crushed him, but yeah, yesterday.
We're talking out of order. No, structure.
Yeah. So
all right, how long do we keep
We'll talk about it later.
Like half an hour? That's a record for us.
Look, it's hard because everything ties together.
Yeah, like I wanted to mention something from the end of the list on the beginning. I'm like, this structure thing is not going well.
Moving on. So
Yeah.
Yaku, win JSL. All right. The clan's counting on you. The clan is counting on you. I honestly almost said the clan is clowning on you.
I might be playing a TVT in the round of 8. I am not confident in that.
We got Volt and Milk to prep you.
Yeah,
So good.
like you have enough Terrans in our team to get prepared.
She has a point. Like honestly, you really do.
No, seriously, I don't know why. I don't know why Ducklings attract all the Terrans. Like every time someone new is coming, like not even to the team, but like someone new in the server, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm really new to the game," and like I started playing. We're like, "Yeah, what race are you, Terran?"
I assume it's because they love
Another one.
MMA.
Yeah.
So then, moving on from JSL.
Yeah, it was a while ago now, but we didn't get to talk about it. The last clan war we talked about was against Sonic Aftermath. The week after that, we went up against All Inspiration, Clan Allen.
Before that,
What?
it was PSISTORM, not Psionic Aftermath.
No.
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 What?
No. Yaku, don't.
Yaku,
No, because
Wait, are
the,
we
the
mixing things up?
yeah, because
you're
the thing
mixing
is,
things up.
Because you said the last clan war that we played, and the last clan war that we played.
The last
was
clan
versus
war
PSISTORM.
we played that we talked about on the podcast
Yeah.
was against
That
Psionic
fucking say that
Aftermath.
the last clan war that
That's
we
what I
talked about.
said. Milk
No,
on
you
it.
said the last one that we played.
The last one we played that we talked about on the podcast because currently
Mention the
we're on
second
the
part.
podcast talking about a fucking clan war. You fucking bellend.
Hey, drink more coffee.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
God, just get to bed. Get to bed after this, Yaku. Just get to bed.
Good day.
Anyway, we had a clan war with Olin, with Alan.
Yeah, it was a long time
Um,
coming. Like on the beginning of CranKy Ducklings,
can
they
now-
were like really, they were participating
The
a lot.
champion, the champion of the first ever Duckling
Yeah.
Open was from Alan, and we're allowed to call him Alan now because we beat them.
Uh-huh. We didn't ask them though, so but yeah, that was quite an interesting clan war.
I was so hyped after this clan war.
Mhm.
Like,
And also
just
that
so
was
ready for
It
VTL.
was
that was the third clan war we did as a warm up for VTL, and we won all three of them. Like that was pretty hype.
this was specifically like you were hyped that after we won this because we won versus Risen, who were the champions of the first VTL, and Alan was the runner-up of VTL
Mhm.
last season anyway.
Yeah. They came second place. So we beat the finalists of VTL. It's like, well, fuck. Like, we got
Give
this.
give us a trophy now, mate.
Yeah. And then, of course, we know that after this, Yaku got promoted and Claire got promoted. So,
And Kuro got promoted.
so it's not gonna be like this anymore. But
Yeah.
it was still a really cool clan war. To see everyone play and everyone perform well and everyone
It
win.
was all mirrors, fucking the dream.
Yeah.
All mirrors,
Yeah.
all win.
That's quite interesting.
And the thing is, for Game 3 and Game 4, which actually Game 4 wasn't supposed to happen, but they were like, fuck it, we're both online, let's play. But for Game 3, it wouldn't have been a mirror. But then Claire apparently didn't restart his computer in a long time.
Claire
so
was
it's like,
having
wait, why
issues.
is... He was like, wait, why is my computer lagging? We're like, maybe restart your PC. When was the last time you did that? He was like, good question.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna point finger at who else does that. Who doesn't turn off his PC like ever, and then
All of
complain.
us.
Yeah, true. All of you.
All of us.
All of us?
Look. I
I
restart my
turn
PC.
off my PC.
The minute I notice any sluggishness, I restart my PC because I got an SSD now. So
But do you ever turn it off? That's the question.
I mean, I turn it off for a few seconds when it
That
restarts.
doesn't count. I mean, do you ever let it cool down? That's my question.
I put a fan And
Uh-huh.
I put liquid cool. I put an ice pack on top of it, light style.
Damn it.
I was waiting for the throwback. I was waiting for it.
Sure.
Anyways,
But yeah.
so against our clan or against All In,
Alan.
we did pretty well.
Alan. 4-0. Pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. These were some pretty hype games, and especially your game, Yaku.
Yeah.
Again, like this ended like in a base trade.
yeah,
They like base traded
that's a hard
twice or
attack.
something. Like
Yeah, there were some weird things happening there.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
Yaku's games are always a treat. Like they are just special.
Had to put on a show, Showmatch.
Mm.
Totally not because TVT is my weakest matchup, and I
Totally.
threw multiple times.
Yeah, like if I remember
course
well,
not.
like both of you were like doing mistakes and stuff. Like there were some weird things
Oh
happening.
right, because you casted it with PhoenixTears.
Yeah. Like I remember there were some weird things happening in that game.
I
just
I
don't
caught up
remember
with
what
the
it
delay.
was.
After the game ended and I turned on the stream, I caught up with the delay. My favorite thing was Kuro just going, "How?"
I just couldn't comprehend anymore. Like, what is this? Why is this?
Light and I were screaming in Discord when the game was going on.
God.
I had a heart attack.
We ended up yelling at you afterwards, Yaku, if I recall.
Yeah.
Going over
Well,
the replay and stuff.
But you
That's
did well.
pretty-
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you won. That's what matters.
Mm.
Can't believe it came
I'm
down
gonna
to
be-
killing the
I'm
last
gonna be
building, though.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. There were times where I was like, I probably should surrender now, right? It's like dragging the game on. It's like not sports.
Never.
I was like, no, wait a minute. This is Team League. Fuck that shit.
And it worked out.
And then,
Yeah, that was our last preseason clan war that we had. We ended up taking like a week off after that. We were gonna play against fire breathing rubber ducks, but they couldn't field enough players.
Yep.
So that didn't go through.
Feels bad,
And yeah,
man.
like we just took we had just ended up taking like a bit of time off from clan wars, getting ready for VTL, laddering and stuff.
But instead, we did another
Very
show
fine
match.
individual league. Pretty much. Because, man, it was. Wait, is this? Ah, fuck it. We already went off structure once. We can do it again. Before Volt decided he wanted to come over to where the pond is clearer and the water is fresher, the grass is greener, he made it his goal. It was his goal. I'm going to show match every single member of CranKy Ducklings. He's still going to do that, but now he actually has to do it against himself because why not? And it started off with he didn't decide I'm going to start slow. I'm going to go Steel, Kuro, Kata, Yaku. Who else is in FPS? Princess. No, he threw down the gauntlet. He was like, "Gotta go in strong, man." And then he typed like, "Do you want to do a show match?" And I was like, "Yeah, right, sure, why not?"
No, Light was like, "Hey."
Yeah, I was like, "All right, sure." I got nothing to do.
I remember when he wanted to show match, he wanted to do it like in a couple of hours, and I was like, "What? No! We gotta hype it up. Okay, we gotta give time to make a graphic and everything."
Yeah, but I just like how every time somebody mentions this, they're like, "Yeah, and there was that epic show match," and then Volt asked him, and I was like, "8."
Alright, sure.
I think it's like the best way to put it.
So
How did that
we
show
had a
match go, Light?
I didn't. Mistakes were made.
Thanks for it.
I ended up waking up. I woke up like maybe an hour before, and I thought that would be enough, but yeah, I was.
I
I
mean,
was
I
so
guess
tired.
if you decide, if it's like an hour before and you like really cram, you really like, all right, maybe I make myself a coffee, but that's it. After that, I'm just warming my fingers up. Maybe you could get away with it, but yeah.
The problem was that
1 hour is
I
really
woke up an
short.
hour before, but I only got like 3 hours sleep or something. Like I went to bed
That's
kind of
also
late.
another thing. Yeah,
That was
don't do
the big problem. So yeah, it was a best of 7 against Volt. But I was off and I didn't really wake up until towards the end. And I remember like after the clan war, I just streamed ladder trying to wake up, and I eventually did, but like I was not in
but
good,
also
good
I
condition.
remember like during the show match, like Light was like in the chat, my hands are still cold, I need to warm up. Like Steve was
I
laughing
was
because
so
it was
cold
like
that
3
day.
AM towards
pounced
Volt
on
and
it.
like it's not
Every single one of us pounced on that, like, oh, do you now?
It's trash talk.
Got a place again.
And then
what?
on like game 4, I think he was like, oh, okay, now my hands are warm. Like, wow.
Yeah. But Vol played well. He had a variety of builds. I think he proxied one. He did a 1-1-1. He did his 2-1-1, which I think is the only one that I actually won. We went 2-1-1, and then it
the
went
only
late
one
game.
where you. Okay, Light, I gotta ask you this. Were you anticipating him to do 2-1 a lot? Because Volt said afterwards, like, look, it's a show match. I decided to like put on a show. Were you anticipating him to like play with prepared builds in order to win or whatever?
Nah, I just played it like I would a normal game. Like I just scouted every series and I just tried to respond properly.
17 scout, you know.
Yeah. Or like overload scouting and stuff. But yeah, I just wasn't playing well. I just wasn't reacting. Like my response times were off and stuff like that. Like yeah. So I do want to rematch Vault at some point, and perform better. Even if I lose, like I just want to play well. I want to play like I normally do. But yeah. GG Vault, GG. Ended up winning 4-1.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm still disappointed in you, but it's okay.
I'm disappointed in me.
You're
It's
disappointed?
fine. It's fine. I remember
Yeah,
after I lost that show match for like 3 or 4 days. No, it was for 3 days. I just avoided Discord. I was just done. I didn't even play or anything. I was just
Out of the blue, like all of a sudden, Light message me like, "Man, I'm sorry, I didn't." I was like, "Nah." I was just venting, dude.
Yeah. But yeah. After that, yesterday, right? We had our first VTL clan war. Officially.
You're welcome.
Yeah, officially the beginning of the VTL season.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks Yaku for getting promoted hours before.
You're
Yeah,
welcome
thanks,
for
Yaku.
beating. You're welcome for beating a player that they didn't field in the end in JSL a few days before.
What?
Humorous.
He
Oh.
played a Born Gosu player in JSL.
Yeah, he did.
But it's unrelated because he didn't even play in the clan war. But yeah.
Did you
Thanks,
win,
Yaku.
though? Did you beat it?
I'm in the round of 8 and she's not, so I wonder, did I beat her?
Well, I don't know. Was it a clean sweep? Did you fuck her up?
Jesus, Mick.
Did you 2-up? Wait, is it best out of 3, right?
Yep.
Or BO5?
Best of 3. Best of 5.
Did you 2-0?
Finals. I 2-1.
Did you 2-0?
I 2-1.
I'm disappointed.
Wow.
Look, that game she rolled Zerg, I freaking just.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yaku, it's not nice to beat women. Come on now.
It's
Wow.
better than milk crumbling under the pressure. playing against his waifu. Okay, it's better
Hey,
than that.
listen. Listen here, you little shit. I was nervous. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Arms are sweaty.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti was popping out of my pockets.
God damn it. God damn it. So yeah, we had our first clan war, first retail clan war yesterday. And I was pretty nervous, to be honest. Like, things weren't going our way. Like Yaku, he got promoted, so we would have to forfeit. Because Kuro, she had family things going on, so she couldn't play either. I wasn't feeling that great. Like, I'm still not. Like, I need to ladder more. And Born Gosu, they're like a big team. They're like a strong team. I think they won the last season of CTL. Like they're they're meant to be one of the better teams in the league.
They are known to be like one of those competitive teams. Like not just like a clan that like has players, but like they are known to be like a competitive clan.
Yeah, and like actually win shit.
Yeah, that is true. I think Lumia or somebody mentioned, or maybe it was Volt who mentioned that Born Gosu is focused more on CTL, but so it's not like a proper a team which has a structure like you're the A team, you're the B team. It's more of, all right, who wants to play in this?
I mean, we can assume. I feel like they have enough players because I think Sonic Aftermath does this, where they have enough players where they have like a CTL team and they have like an Alpha Team League team. Like they have a team for each league.
I think Pigpen does that as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure they do as well. Yeah.
A dedicated team for each league.
Yeah. But Milk fucked them up.
What about Kata though? What about Kata?
Kata took the
And
first
Kata,
game.
yeah.
Even wait pretty well.
That was so hype. We were so hype watching Kata. Like, things weren't going so well for her, and then she turned it around, and she stuck it.
And she made a warp prism.
That warp prism, MVP.
MVP War Prism, man. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. We're proud.
I was worried for Kata when she played that game. I was nervous. And,
yeah, like in the first couple of minutes, like it was like, oh fuck, like he came in with 2 Hellions and 2 Cyclones, and Kata had like 1 Stalker at her natural or something.
She was down like 8 workers at the start of the game or something like that.
Yeah, he came in and he killed a bunch of workers. It was like, well,
she got fucked.
Yeah,
and then she brought it back,
but then she didn't capitalize at all.
Yeah, and like she brought it back and she took the game, and that was hype.
For sure.
And then she had to play a mirror match.
I blame Light for this loss, actually.
Why is that, Yaku?
Well, who was the one that didn't spam this hot pocket for catatonic?
Yeah, guys.
You can't even rhyme it when you say it.
Guys, in case you didn't know, Yaku is making like those chain copy-paste thingies, copy-pasta thingies, except his don't rhyme. They make no sense.
They kind of rhyme. They kind of rhyme.
Do they?
Do they?
Look, Lights is gonna rhyme perfectly, but then Milk decided, you know what, I'm gonna win.
Look, it's serious. Like, we need to play. Light just said it himself. He didn't feel hot. All right.
I was really nervous during the last match where you played against Black Knight because it was Dreamcatcher and you were going up against a Zerg, and I'm like, fuck. Like, if Milk loses this, I'm gonna have to play ZVZ. Like,
look, I gave you 16-bit, okay? Right. At least you had a chance on 16-bit.
Yeah,
16-bit or Redshift.
Or Redshift. But I took the map, you know. Light's like, I don't want to play Acid Plant, so I was like, all right, give me Acid Plant. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I won that match. And then they sent out the next player, and they wanted to play on fucking shit Sanctuary. And I was like,
that was close. That was a close game.
That was the best debate in the history.
I almost lost that game. I don't know how I brought it back. But
You debated him, so actually,
dude, he had better upgrades than me, alright?
You fucking
feel
debated him.
I feel like if it was any other map, you would have lost. But like because the rush distance is so long, like he kept trying to push after he did a lot of damage, and it would just take so long, and it would just trickle in. Like any other map, and he would have been good, but he fucked himself.
And this was the map he chose.
Yeah. I think if it was like a different spawn instead of cross spawn, it would have been better for him. But he got unlucky.
Hey guys, wanna know a fun fact? You can drink now. But yeah, something that I noticed. You're welcome. Something that I noticed yesterday is there is a bug on Darkness Sanctuary which makes you not see the selection circle on your building in the third base.
Is that still there?
There is a bug on Darkness Sanctuary. It's called being in the map pool.
No, but actually that was a thing. Like I checked it in the replay today because I was like really like bothered by it when I was playing, that I was like clicking on my hatchery and I don't see it selected, and it was like, you know, constantly throwing me off. And I checked it in the replay, and like every hatchery is selecting normally except that one third or fourth base. Like there's just something weird happening there.
The runes, the Protoss runes.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know. The one I noticed it on is the one that is like bottom middle of the map.
Right, well I haven't played Darkness Sanctuary since I got proxy muted, so I'm not sure which one that is.
Yeah.
And something that we were kind of alluding to was in JSL in the semis, Yaku might play against Kaiser, who played here in our
better
clan
fucking pull it off for me,
I have a
mate. I do
question.
not want to play Kaiser.
I have a question.
And Kaiser almost beat Milk. Like, so I'm kind of worried. So we gotta prep
He was
Yaku
hyped up. Yeah, he was
for
pretty
playing
hyped up.
against
Well,
Kaiser.
first I got to play in the quarterfinals, which is probably going to be a TBT.
I have a question. Why are you saying Kaiser?
That's how it's pronounced.
Because the Born Gosu guys came into chat and they said that that's how you pronounce his name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not like a salad.
It's not like a salad.
Oh, you. No,
apparently it's not.
So where
Apparently
is
there
he
was this
from?
guy a long time ago who got like stabbed or something. I don't know.
But he's Caesar too. I'm so confused. Like English language doesn't make any sense sometimes. Most of the time.
Because any language
Good
makes
thing we ain't
sense.
speaking English.
I mean,
Whoa, man.
phonetically reading words makes more sense in Polish than it makes in English, okay? Like, reading English makes little to no sense. And I heard a British person talk about it as well. So it's not just foreigners. I heard a British person admit that the pronunciation makes no sense sometimes.
Yeah, that's because they were fake British.
No.
That's all right. Anyways, but
Who
yeah,
are we playing next week?
Formless bear sloths. I'm actually talking to the captain right now, trying to organize the time to play.
On stream.
I like how Light is just always talking to the next like clan war person during the PondCast.
Not even talking about like the actual match. He's just like, hey, how was your day? Yeah, pretty good.
No, but like,
I like beer.
Like the last time we had the PondCast, like literally during the PondCast, he was talking to Lumia about the all-in show match. Like
Yeah.
Every time. Oh, dear.
But yeah. It's gonna be next weekend at some point. We'll try and iron it out.
Yeah, probably around the same time, like depending on the team.
Yeah, I was trying to get it on Sunday, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to play on Sunday. So it's probably gonna be on Saturday at some point. But yeah, we'll see.
So you guys want to know
'Cause-
something kind of funny that I'm seeing the group stage like matches. If we didn't have a forfeit, we'd probably have the best record so far.
Yeah. Well,
So far.
saying that, even if Yaku played like, unless he all killed, like I don't know if that would have worked out, right?
Man.
It would be pretty hard to get a better score than what we got. Like,
I mean, we
But,
did pretty
yeah.
well.
Yeah, we did.
yeah, we did for sure.
I mean, you did because I wasn't taking part in this. Like, I wasn't even doing the production. I just left everything to Steel. Like, here, please do it, right?
Yeah. Speaking of production,
I was doing like a super like fast like coaching session about how to use casting tool and everything because I didn't really have time to explain it properly. I was so worried when I was leaving.
you should be, because that was a bit of a production.
I know. I watched part of the VOD later.
I think for half of the clan war, Steel had the intros reversed.
Yes.
So
I
he
think
would
for
just keep...
everything up to the last match, he had it
Yes.
reversed.
Yeah.
Hey, he got it in the end, so.
Yeah.
Guess what?
But I don't know why. I mean, I assume why, but because the way it works in this version that he has, the way it works is that you have two separate hotkeys for the player intros, and one is like player intro 1 and player intro 2. And the first one is always the first base that you see when you load into the game. So you have to like remember which is which. That is actually corrected in the newer version of the casting tool, but I don't know if it's out of beta yet, because there's a beta version as well. But
This is why I click.
I was gonna say.
There's no clicking. Like in casting tool, it's by hotkeys. The intros are done by hotkeys.
What did I do last time then? I'm pretty sure I clicked.
No?
Yeah, didn't Milk click?
No.
He did it.
No, he did it right.
I mean, Milk's a clicker and a
He
keyboard.
didn't even
turner.
realize, but he did it right.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure I clicked it.
I don't think so. Unless you were, which is, I don't know.
I didn't use any
Milk is just having a
hotkeys.
breakdown now. Like, wait, what is real?
Dude, I don't
See,
even know what is real,
I
right?
coached Milk so well that he didn't even realize that he was using hotkeys. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean there were a few issues. Like there were like the sound was really quiet and stuff, but like overall it went well. It went well.
No need to bring out that flame in that GIF. The darkest timeline GIF.
Speaking of VTL though, apparently I'm picking up a lot of traction from other people, and now I feel like I'm gonna get hunted.
I saw
if you
the
waited a
tweet.
little bit, we were gonna mention it, but I mean, I guess you wanted to mention that you're
No,
open.
but that's actually interesting. How many like I've seen tweets mentioning Milk and Cookies about how good he is and how scary of a player he is. Like that's really interesting.
Getting some fame
Player.
among
Dude,
the VTL teams.
I mean, maybe it's the name. I don't know.
I guess, and the results apparently, because I feel like I'm gonna get hunted now.
Everybody is like,
They're gonna snipe you.
yeah, they're gonna like track down your replays and like watch every game. Like, how is he doing it? We need to know.
They think
They're
need
gonna
to
watch my
next
replays and be
level
like,
mind
"This guy
games.
plays like an idiot. What is he doing?"
No. You see. It's like with me or Micah, where like he plays his own style, which makes no sense to anybody else. Like there must be something in it. Like,
This is next level
imagine like, you know, like a gathering of the opposing team that is like just trying to figure out the ace player. Without him, they're not gonna win.
Dude, this is like next level mind games. They're like, yeah, let's compliment Milk when, like, you know, and they'll make him have a big ego or whatnot. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, you gotta watch out for this Milk and Cookies guy. Look at all of his replays.
Well, like the same thing happened in the preseason, right? Because Milk all killed Risen, and the guy who tweeted, you know, to look out for Milk, he's the guy from Risen. So there's like that connection, and that's also why, like, I remember during the preseason, like the next week, I wanted everyone else to play to show that we didn't need Milk to win. That like, you know, all our other players are good too, essentially. That's also what I want to do. And that's also what I want to do this week as well. But yeah.
So Milk's bench, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you win too much, you just bench. I'm sorry.
No,
fine.
we alternate.
Like,
we alternate. I want
personally, I don't want to carry the team. Like, I don't want, like, I'm not that great, but like I can make plays when it needs to come, right? And I don't want to be like the team has to rely on me to make those plays. All right.
For sure.
I want our whole team to like be able to carry their own weight. That's why we drill Kata. That's why we drilled Yaku, and we're gonna drill you too, Kuro. Like,
oh my.
Yeah.
Until
I
like
carry my weight, but I'm benched for the entire season.
Yeah, well, that's also why, like, I was like Yaku coming into VTL, like it was Milk and Yaku. Like Yaku was, I felt like he could take on any plat that they would throw at us. Then you just got promoted. So,
well, I guess it just proves
So much for that.
your opinion.
I guess.
Because he literally took any plat and he got the hammer.
And now we have to
What
focus
happened to
more
my drop MMR? Am I still counted, or?
I think it still works. So what do you mean by dropping MMR? Now, if you drop below what you have, I think it still counts, like from like, because you can demote before the end of the season.
Right.
But yeah, it's just weird that I'm like being noticed like this, and I'm like, oh, no, don't look at me.
No, all the attention.
Don't look at me.
I'm garbage. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't look at me in this state.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
Apparently not Milk.
Don't that say, but you are so beautiful.
Apparently, not all my waifus believe that.
Rip.
We're getting too real. Move on.
Yeah, so moving on, we go into the results of our tournament. Starting with Master Swan Open 3.
We have quite a few to catch up on.
Yep.
Should we just rush through these?
Sure. I mean, I recommend not spending too much time on each of them because we already 1 hour 20.
Alright, Misenhauer won the third Master Swan. That makes him our first search. God.
Calm down. Okay.
Make up your mind!
I just mean, don't start another half an hour discussion, but yes, you can talk normally, Yako.
Alright, Master Swan 3. That was back in the day. I don't even remember what happened. That was like in my childhood or some shit. But
pretty much.
Misenhauer was the not
Actually,
Liquid,
nice.
Team Liquid writer, right?
Yeah, he's
The
a Team Liquid writer.
He still is on Team Liquid.
He also sponsored Sue for an event. Was it IEM
IEM
Katowice?
Katowice.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, fun fact.
And for that reason, fun fact.
Yeah,
his
prize for winning, he wanted a sub to Sue's Twitch channel.
Aww.
Fucking course. For those who don't know, Misenhauer is probably the biggest Sue fanboy out there, and for that reason, I kind of wanted him to come in second in Master Swan.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made he wrote a bunch of articles. He also did something that I really like, which is he did an interview with Lamia, if you know who that is, who is like one of Korean fans. Like she herself, I think she she isn't like a staff member or I don't know, an admin. Like she doesn't have a position of that sort, but she's one of a, I guess, decently known person in the community, just as a fan, as doing things here and there. And I really like that she got the spotlight of having an interview on Team Liquid and stuff, because that's not something that happens very often. And it could give it gives a bit of different perspective for foreign fans to see what it's like looking through the Korean fans' eyes and stuff. I really like that.
Yeah, she's pretty active on Twitter. That's where I recognize her from, and
on Twitch as well.
Also from Twitch, yeah, in Twitch chat and stuff.
But as I said, she doesn't have a position, an admin or something. But she's a fan. She's just active.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think she was also kind of behind the remember when Stats was in GSL and his fans made the stat the cheerful things with his sub emote?
She may be.
I remember her being somewhat tied to that as well.
I don't think she was the one organizing it, but I think she does stuff she might have been the person who posted to foreign fans that stuff is happening.
Yeah.
I don't remember now. Also, I'm not sure if she...
it was a while ago.
Also, I'm not sure if she isn't the one behind the Monotone Sue account. Which we know what it is. I don't know if the viewers do, but Monotone Sue is one of the fan photographer accounts where they post pictures of players.
Yeah, they go to GSL and stuff like that, and they
because it's actually a thing in Korea that many fans not necessarily photographers, but just many fans have good cameras and they take pictures of their idols and stuff, or just take pictures of pro gamers and upload them for other people to see.
Rip Shayla.
Rip Shayla. No, but Shayla was a really active photographer. And she's from Boston, I think. She's American. Okay, I don't wanna say it wrong, but she's American who was or is, because I don't know now, living in Korea for several years, and she had a job there and stuff. And after her job, she would be go to GSL or something, and take pictures.
She used to be the big go-to photographer. I would say aside from Kenzie, Kenzie is the big one. But,
Kenzie is the official one, and Shayla would be the fan photographer that many people respect.
Yeah, but her photos were really good, and she would go to a lot of pro league matches. That was mainly pro league and GSL that she'd go to, and they were really good. But yeah, she's kind of been inactive for a year.
I mean, unfortunately, some family stuff happened. And I think she had to go back, but I don't know. I don't know if it was if she just came back for a while and then went back to Korea, or if she's just in States. I don't know what's the continuation of the story. I just know that there were some family health issues happening that she was tweeting about, and that's why she went inactive.
Yeah, and it's a bit unfortunate because there wasn't really someone to take up her mantle. Monotone Sue kind of follows some events, but It's not the same.
Yeah. Also a big
Seems
thing.
the same.
A big thing is that like many of those like fan photographers are like focusing on particular players that they like, and like
Yeah.
Shayla would be more like a community person where she she would
Take photos
tweet
of
that,
everyone.
oh yeah, I'm going to GSL, who would you like to see? And like people would be tweeting at her like who like they would want to see pictures of and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like she would often take pictures of people that like we didn't really see otherwise. Like I think it was her pictures that we got of Nightmare, but also who was it?
Yep.
Natural. We got a picture of Natural from her, I'm pretty sure, who like wasn't on any media at all, but like he was tagging along for the Pro League matches together with his team, and that's how we got a picture of him. Yeah.
It's been half an hour yet.
Oh, that was MSO3. Talking about
I do
Shayla.
remember one more
Nice,
thing about
nice.
MSO3. It was that Mizuhara used one cheese build the entire time until he got to the finals. Then he used 2 cheese builds.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he went Swarm Hearse. I think he proxy hatch.
Yeah, he did go Swarmhouse, because I was saying like Swarmhouse, this is a rogue thing. Like this is kind of fitting, I guess. Because he wrote,
just cheese
he wrote
every
about
game,
the rogue
every
before.
game.
I was kind of laughing about that.
Yeah.
Oh right, I remember that article very vividly.
Yeah. And I remember after this, I wanted Milk to draw me in 12 pools because he 12 pooled me twice and he beat me twice.
Is that
was like,
why that was?
Yeah. And I went like pool first as well, but I just couldn't defend it well. Yeah.
Well, he is like Masters or something.
Yeah.
Onwards,
on
the week
to
after that, we had Duckling Open 26. I don't remember at all what happened.
Duckling Open 26.
Oh, Sentry won that. Oh yeah, that was Sentry versus Rube Tycoon in the
Yeah,
finals.
that was Pub Station.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have no comments about that name.
Sentry's man that goes by
Watch the
many
duct
names,
tape and
apparently.
you will know everything.
Oh, was Century Fab Station?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, when are we getting the Fab Station versus Baka Hentai show match?
That's what I was fucking saying, dude.
It's got to be like a.
We need
I have
that.
a question though. Why are all those names happening on Europe?
Because Europeans
tell
are
us.
horny.
You tell us, Kuro. You're asking an American, a Southeast Asian, and an Australian that question, man.
I don't know. My name is Norma.
Is it though?
Yeah. The 2
Anything-
finalists were actually friends, if I recall correctly.
Oh?
In the end, Sentry, because he won,
Oh yeah.
he wanted to give Rio Tycoon the prize.
Oh, that's
So-
cute.
Yeah. He got a Neuro sub and a Logo sub, if I recall.
That's
as his
cute.
prize. Yeah. And Rio Tycoon
Because I know already
actually.
Rio Tycoon is actually like a mod for Loco.
Yeah. And he returns. We'll see him later on in future SDOs. Like he's
Nice.
become more of a regular.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any
Next
games that
up
stand out?
Dude, that was a wild night, man.
It seems like
I played
there was
against Nemesis again. I kept playing against Nemesis for like a couple of SDOs in a row. But
Yeah, like I saw you play against Nemesis. Claire played against Supportivist.
Oh, that was actually
Nada.
kind of cool because afterwards, Supro was like, Claire, do you want to practice? I could use practice. And it was like,
Oh, yeah.
sure. And then apparently after
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Claire's like TVP win rate went through the roof.
yeah. Even though Supro lost, like he really liked like Claire's play, and they actually ended up practicing after the tournament on stream and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was on stream.
Yeah.
But yeah.
At least part of
I
it was on
remember,
stream.
I remember both Claire and I were in general voice watching GSL, and then Supro came in, and I was like, "Is Claire here?" Claire at this point was at dinner, and I was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh, hey, hi then." Basically, he was like, he wanted to tell Claire to basically watch Maru versus Patience and copy Maru, basically.
Right.
All right. So then moving on to 27.
27. Yep. 27.
That was a good one. I was going to say that was the most recent one, but I was thinking of 28. But this was also a pretty good one.
This one is huge. Holy crap, there's a lot of people playing.
Actually, it's only 17.
I played a ton. I played a ton of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of.
Listen, because I'm gonna say this once. It's only 17 people, but I decided that because like our pages are in user space anyway, I'm using like the full round of 32 bracket because I don't want to skip matches from Wikipedia, because what often happens in like general tournaments is that like for example they start like filling matches from round of 16, and like anything that is like before round of 16 is just cut off, and like because like our like the purpose of our tournament is like one, the participation in the tournament itself, but like secondly like we kind of want to like promote these players in a way, like we want to give them that sort of thing. Like if you lose in the round that is not even on Wikipedia, it's kind of sad. So I decided to just always add the round, even if it's just one match, just so all the matches are on Wikipedia.
Are you speaking from experience from Holy Moly?
What?
Just tournaments in general. Just
Yeah,
tournaments in general. Like I noticed it as well.
general.
Because it was small streams.
Like it makes sense. Like I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, like if you were in the main space, like maybe I wouldn't. I don't know, but like because this is user space anyway, so like there are no strict rules about user space, so I decided to do it that way.
All right.
So I have two stories about this Duckling Open. The second story is something that we can all talk about. Now, my first story is after I played versus I only have this 4. He was telling me how it's like, yeah, he's new to StarCraft 2. Like, he mostly plays on the EU server and whatnot, blah, blah. He has really good mechanics, but as he said, he's new. And I said, yeah, well, you seem to have a pretty good understanding of what you're doing. And he was like, no, I'm just copying what Maru does. I'm like, as I said, you have good understanding.
I mean, that's pretty much how StarCraft goes. Like, you find a player that is better than you, and then you copy him.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Yaku. Hold on, because I didn't see this. What happened in the game that you won? What happened in this series?
What map was
How did this
it?
go?
What?
Did you Gangnam him?
Never. So first game, I was caught off guard by his aggression. I don't remember. I just remember he was aggressive every single game. But in game 2, he hesitated for a bit, so I could have a double drop. I had one tank in my main, but which he didn't see because I sent out my double drop, and then that kind of wrecked his production. It's like, oh fuck, what do I do now? GG.
And what about game 3?
I decided, can you? I'm gonna need you to, brace yourself, right?
Oh my!
I like
Is this the game where
to
you
brace himself?
Is this the game where you proxied? Is this the game where you fucking proxied? You were tied
when
up.
I proxy tanked. That was the game I proxy tanked.
You proxy tanked?
God damn it!
I tried to.
Why the fuck would you proxy tank a TVT?
Because it works.
No, it obviously didn't. Obviously, it doesn't.
Woo! What map was it?
Lost and found, I think.
Moving on to SDO 28.
No. We gotta talk about our boy Phoenix here.
We gotta talk about PhoenixTears.
Before the day before Duckling Open, PhoenixTears was saying we were actually playing a mono battle. I think a bunch of us. It was crazy. But he was like, "Yeah, tomorrow for Duckling Open, I want to make it my goal to win at least one series, and then I'll be satisfied." Didn't drop a single map until the finals. I tell you.
Yeah, he fucked every Terran up except for the last guy.
Except for the last turn. Bunch
That
of
was the last
PVTs.
boss.
The Terran karma kicked in.
Yeah, he had a really good run. Like he was talking about like coming in, hoping to win a match, and he makes it all the way to the finals. Like it was a really, really good showing. And this was like right after he joined our team as well. Like it's really cool. Really cool to see.
Did he get mind dropped? Is that what happened?
I don't remember.
He's in chat. He said Widow Mites.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did get. Actually, that was the game when he flew an oracle to the opponent and it got hit by a mine.
Oh.
And right after that, the mines went into his like natural or third.
Oh.
Like yes,
Oh yeah, now
mines,
had like
mines everywhere.
1,000 IQ mind placement.
Yeah. PhoenixTears has problems against Widow Mines. I don't know why, but he does.
You gotta drill him. You gotta drill him.
Yeah.
with
You gotta
Widow
get.
Mites.
Wait, who did I play against that day? One of your friends that you brought on?
Dolly Cat.
Kraus? Good, Dolly Cat?
Kraus.
No, not
Dolly Cat?
Cross. No, not
Dolly
that.
Cat?
Not the Alley Cat. The Terran player.
Oh,
him, the one-
Duke, yeah.
Yeah, Duke.
Yeah. But Duke just masses mines, though. That's his thing.
But yeah, like this tournament, it was really cool seeing a couple of guys return. Like Quirky, it's been a while since we've seen him play. Quiet, it's been a while since we've seen him play. And there was like a really cool like throwback match with Supper versus Quiet. And yeah, it was really cool. Really cool.
Moving on. 28.
May as well.
Moving on. I was trying to remember what Nama got for his first place. I think he got an announcer. He got Diva. He got Diva as an announcer.
Disgusting.
It's masochist right there.
Yeah.
Look, I understand. You know, she's so mean to me, and I love it.
By the way, something that I found out recently as I was updating Wikipedia is that Chosen or Nama or many different names that we call him actually has a Wikipedia page now, like a user page, where he's called Incarnation.
Okay. Yeah, fuck. So we have to change everything to Incarnation now?
Yes.
Is that it?
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like. But like
I was gonna ask
apparently he's just
why
using a
he
bunch
was
of different
called-
names.
Yeah.
Are we sure
I
it's
was
the
gonna
same
ask why
guy?
he was called that.
I mean, from what we can check, this.
Okay.
Like we can't actually like see him play, but like from what we know, this.
So then we had STO 28.
This was a good SDO, let me tell you.
Yeah, who did the stream end up following?
Part of the Sun for damn good reason.
Yeah.
Because
That was towards the end there, right?
yeah, I think
We started with something. We started with Kata.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then after that, it was Your Waifu versus Jackleton.
Yes.
Then I think we did Jackleton versus Phoenix, and
Yes.
then we went to Part of the Sun versus Kerrigan or Fuckboy.
Yeah.
That is
Once
not
again, what a
Kerrigan.
beautiful name.
What happened in your series, Yaku, against Fuckboy?
Bailing Bust.
Yeah.
Game 2, I decided, you know what, it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm gonna experiment well. So what I should have done was like, two things I could have done was either tech lab on Brax and then swap it with the factory and then get a tank quick, or I could have just went for mine straight out. I decided, why don't I like experiment a bit, see how much I can get away with. And so I tried to do 1-1-1. My tank didn't get out in time.
Mm-hmm.
Did he bane bust you twice in a row?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Heart of the Sun versus Kerrigan, we only saw game 3, but my god, Heart of the Sun.
Oh yeah,
that was the
sentry
field.
game.
Hearting of the Sun.
It was the sentry game where the guy like defended a Link Bane
Dude.
Bast with just sentries. Nothing
Dude, that
else.
was like
It was insane.
beforehand. Both Steel and I think I was like the bigger offender in this case. Where we were like, why is he just massing sentries? Like he needs to get he has 2 sentries. That's like enough. He needs like adepts now or something. Fucking nope, mass sentry. That's what you need to defend against a Bane Bus.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like Steelmold and Yaku were freaking out. Like I was freaking out. I wasn't on the stream, but I was freaking out. Like the guy would just continuously defend like a Bane Bus after Bane Bus with just sentries. Like Kerrigan was just committed. That it was like this should be working, right?
Like,
and he was like sending
before.
another wave of Link Bane and like
kept sending waves of Link Bane over.
He was just defending it
towards
over
the
and over.
Towards the end, there were like 2 sentries that had 20 kills. It's like, oh my Christ!
Yeah, like
you don't see sentries do that.
Yeah, like over and over again, like he would like make a force field in such space that the Banelings were trapped and couldn't move either way, and he would just kill off everything with sentries. Like, it was just so good, so good.
It was very impressive. Yeah. And yeah, how did your games go, Milk? Because we didn't get to see.
I fucking sucked.
between you. I would get
Wow.
That was
both of you
terrible.
lost Part of the Sun.
Yeah, he just played really well when we were playing. He had good timings, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm rusty. The fuck am I doing?"
Yeah.
Like my first game, I was like, "I'm gonna mind drop him. I'm gonna go Cyclones instead."
God damn it, Bill. God damn it.
And then I was just like, "What am I doing?" Well, yeah. No, he plays really well. I'm actually wondering if he's gonna sign up for the next one and see how well he does.
Also, I did tell him that you called him Parting of the Sun, and he said that.
Yeah.
And he said that he likes where this is going because Parting is actually one of his favorite players, if not the favorite player.
Look, if he starts adding in Immortals with that mass sentry build, like he's set. All right, that's all he has to do.
Yeah.
I was going to mention one thing that I thought was notable about his series versus Zeolite was he was actually kind of baiting you out. Like he was making, what was it? Was it making a bunch of Immortals early on to like force you to build Hydras or something? But then he would just immediately tech switch into Colossi or something.
That was the first game. Yeah, the first game was frustrating for me because I pushed out. I did my normal build, right? Which pull first into 2 hatcheries.
Yeah, I like how much Steel and Yaku were freaking out. It's a pull first. He's gonna be aggressive.
You're like, oh no, Light, you weren't watching the series, were you?
But yeah, so like it actually turned out really well, and I ended up killing a bunch of Immortals, and I killed his third.
Back and forth in the first game.
And I killed his third, so I was like, "Oh, like I basically won. Like this is like the ideal situation. Like ideal situation would be just keep pushing and win, but you know I killed his third. I'm good." But then he did a lot of DT harass, constant DT harass, and I struggled against that a lot versus Blisk because Blisk plays a similar style where he goes Stargate DTs and he just harasses everywhere. And Nemesis does a similar thing where she also goes like late game, like DT harass everywhere. And yeah, I just wasn't ready for it. I just didn't have my units in place to defend like all the bases that he was hitting at once with DTs. And because of that, he ended up killing my third, I think it was.
Kill your gold.
No, even before that, he ended up like cannon. I didn't notice, but he cannon rushed like my natural or something, and I lost that like really like it was just bad for me. Like I shouldn't have lost that. And then he killed that base again with DTs. Like if he didn't do those things, then I would have been in such. I would have probably won, but I just lost a lot to that, and it was really frustrating. Game 2 wasn't as close. Game 2, I can't remember what happened. Oh yeah. Game 2, I was being too greedy, and he just pushed across the map with Immortals, and I didn't have enough to defend. Yeah, it was like a 2-base push, and it was getting a third behind it. Yeah. He played well.
Game 3 of the finals, man. That's all you need to know. Go watch the VOD.
Yeah, do watch the VOD, because the games were actually really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Played against Chosen /Incarnation/Nama /Obama.
What is
Yeah,
this?
seriously,
No,
here's
he
the
did
name
actually
Obama.
play under the name Obama at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
also
all those names.
/Chosen /Renegade was the last name, I think.
Oh, right. That was another one he used. Christ.
Oh dear.
But, yeah, Partisan, he did play in Game 3. So, I mean, it didn't really work out in the end, but so exciting. I turned into some kind of Indian that moved to Scotland or something. That's how Steel described that accent.
But I was talking to, like, because part of the son got his prize, right? I was talking to him, and I don't think he's gonna play again. He felt pretty bad because he's Diamond 1 on Korea, and he felt like the skill gap was too big. He was like, yeah, like this was really fun tournament, but it was kind of a walk in the park. Like,
I mean,
he felt like it was just pretty easy, and he felt bad. So he said that he didn't want to play anymore because it felt unfair.
But I assume he could still play like Masters 1.
Yeah. I said it was up to him. Like it's up to you, but yeah, we also have Masters 1 open, so he could play in that if he wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch, so I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to see more of him at some point.
For sure. And yeah, that was SDO 28.
We're done. We're never touching SDO again. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. Off to bed with me, mate.
No, not yet. We still have more to go.
And next week, I mean, next Friday, we have SDO 29, for which the sign-ups are open now.
Yeah, sign up for SDO 29.
It's in chat as well if you want to click it. Also, something that we didn't have the chance to talk about on PondCast is that we added new prize option in June.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Would you like to talk
now
about it?
we have so many prize options now. But yeah, now if you win, you can get replay packs. You can get specifically the OSC Team Championship replay packs, which are replay packs from Masa or from Cham or from Seoul. Yeah. So if you want some of their replay packs, you can. So you're screwed if you're Protoss because they don't have any Protoss. Yeah.
Okay. When you said you had your sources, this was what you meant.
What?
So his sources for
What?
replays.
What? Oh?
Sure. But yeah. Because we wanted to, because Kuro and I were talking about looking at other prize options and stuff. Because we still don't want like a monetary prize. But we were looking at like Patreons. Like one of the things that we were looking at were Olima League replays, but they do it through Patreon, and you can't really like gift like patrons or anything like that. Otherwise, we would have done that, but yeah. So instead, we went with this. So if you win, you can get replays from OSC players, and you can also support the OSC Team League in the same process. So
Yeah, and also you can mix it. Like you can get one sub and like one replay pack or two. Like it's up to you.
Endless customization.
Also, while we were mentioning things, some time ago we added also server rules, quote unquote. I don't say server rules because it's like more like recommendation.
I mean,
Like if
at
the
the end
players,
of the day,
if the players agree on something else, then it's up to them. But like that's like the recommended structure that you can use. Because for example, when we were playing the final of SDO 28, when it was part of the Sun versus Incarnation. Incarnation is somewhere from Russia, and part of the Sun was playing from Vietnam.
Is that like Central Russia or something?
Yeah, Central Russia. And like in theory, like they were supposed to play on like US East or US West or whatever, and like I just asked them like what their ping was to like different servers, and apparently the best for them was Central. Like not really the best, but like the most even. Like their ping was more or less even for Central, so we just went with Central. So like it depends on the case. Like sometimes it may be different, but like those are like guidelines that you can use.
But at the end of the day, I'm still just gonna ask, yo, what Central you on? I'm like, oh, US East. How's your ping on US West? Good enough. All right, let's do US West then.
I mean, I would say that like setting servers in general, like server rules are a very difficult thing, as long as you can't set servers for lobby. Because it's really a roulette. You either get the server you want or you don't. So, and it's like oftentimes it's more bothersome to set up a lobby on the right server than to play on like less favorable server.
If we ever get Steel and PondCast, we will talk about servers.
It'll be the whole show would be
Blizzard
dedicated
interface.
to like Blizzard interface and servers and all that. Yeah. I think that's all we have to talk about when it comes to our tournaments. But we have like a bunch of other stuff that has happened. Some pretty exciting stuff. When it comes to OSC. But first.
We're starting off with the fact that we mentioned Elusory on last podcast, and he actually responded to what we were talking about. And he decided to correct some facts that we didn't know about.
Yeah, I think it's cool because, like, in general, this is stuff that isn't out there in, like, general public. Like, people just don't know. So I think it's cool that he took the time to tweet about it.
Yeah, and also, like he wasn't upset or anything. Like, he was just trying to clear stuff out. So first thing,
you can go read that.
Because it's a podcast, so not everybody is reading.
Right.
But yeah, so first thing first, he mentioned that he majored in economics and management. Like that's the official name of it. That's the first thing. The second thing
it's never just economics or just management. It's always economics and something else.
Yeah. So second thing is that he won't be, as he put it, he won't be developing his career straight after quitting OSC, but first he's working for his church for a year before deciding like what he will be doing.
Incoming Pastor Elusory.
Or a priest.
Can you imagine that though? Like. That would be interesting.
Look, apparently MMA was going to be a priest, so.
Really?
Well, no. Look. Actually, Dreams of BlizzCon isn't even out yet.
What?
I just saw the trailer for Dreams of BlizzCon,
Ah.
and I was like, MMA Stat wants him to be a priest. I'm like, wait, what?
I didn't
This
hear
is
that.
news to me.
I think he once said that he wanted to be a soldier, but I didn't know about the priest. Anyway,
That was that one.
another thing that Elusory mentioned was that he didn't actually get Ender on PSISTORM, but he did take care of him when he was at the LAN event. So that's kind of more what Cager was talking about. So yeah.
What was that? Seastorm?
PSISTORM.
PSISTORM.
Yeah, well, yeah, because Ender is from Southeast, if this from the Philippines, and Elusory is from Singapore. so
Seastorm. Right.
PSISTORM.
There
Yes.
we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
But
hey,
leading into
hey,
that,
if
like,
you don't want pronunciation mistakes, then just read it yourself, okay? You make me read all those things just to laugh
That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to tell him from the start. But you were like, "No, some people might be listening to the audio only."
but yeah, with
Right.
Elusory stepping down from OSC, OSC obviously had to replace Elusory, right? And yeah, they brought on Euchre as well as another Duckling regular, Briolf?
Brynjolf.
Yeah, that's the
Briolf?
thing. That's the
Brynjolf.
thing. If he's watching this, you have to tell us how to actually pronounce your name because we
It's
have like
Brynjolf,
three different
like the guy from
options.
Skyrim.
Because he's Chilean, so that means the
Oh, how
J is
does
a
it read?
H. So it'd be
How's it pronounced?
Briholf.
But is it though? Maybe he wasn't like thinking about like Spanish language
but like
when he was doing it.
if the name is like a European thing that he got, then it'd be Briolf, right?
No,
And-
it's the guy from Skyrim, Brynjolf.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to ask him. We need these.
I
these
say
questions
Brios
answered.
just because it sounds natural to me. Like I don't really know.
Brian.
Yeah, Brijov. I think I heard a version like that.
Kuro, how do you pronounce that? The one who just said it in
I
chat.
have no idea what that is.
But Briolf.
Uh-huh. I don't know. It looks like a French E, and like I don't even know what that is. But yeah, like the two of us joined as like the OSC managers. I seen like more the tournament
sorry.
side of things managers. Because apart from that, there's also Ice who joined like as the player manager for the OSC Elite. But like we like I would say that we're taking care more of the like tournament organization side of things, but like we still help out at OSC Elite, but like not as directly, I would say.
Dude,
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Elusory was so important. He needed two people to replace him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, wait, guys. This is Kuro's official title on the OSC website.
Oh.
She is communications manager and SC2 tournament director.
Yeah, PSISTORM. Communications manager.
But yeah. Good job on
Good job, Kuro.
getting picked up.
I mean, in reality, like for now, it's mostly databases and social media. Like right now, like later on, maybe it will be something else. But like that's like what we're focusing on right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I still have to get used to some things. Like I still don't feel like super confident like in the organization itself because I feel like I'm still new there and like people don't really know me. But yeah, everything will come with time.
For sure.
Speaking of people on OSC, this next guy is not on OSC, but he does cast a lot of their tournaments. Steelmold.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about
I mean,
where Steelmold
I called
is
it.
headed. Like, well, not just that, but like, you know, he started off like branching out and casting with Proxy Tempest, right? And now he's casting with OSC. Like, I don't know, I think it's really cool that he's kind of grown as a caster and he's becoming more well known and he's like getting his own fan base and viewer base and stuff. Like,
I hope you
it's pretty cool.
appreciate the screenshot I picked for this one. I didn't want
Where's
to play.
my fan base?
Look, you already have a fan
look,
base.
we
His name is
already
Michael
told-
Buchanan.
We already talked about that, Milk, right?
His
We already
name
talked
is-
about that.
I don't have a fan base. I have people
Fucking
gunning for me. That's what that
Michael,
is.
Michael Buchanan, also known as Real Gravity 620. That's your fan base right there.
Wow. No,
Is
hey,
that a
hey,
fan base or did he just literally post a fucking hit
Hey,
list on
hey,
me?
hey, Milk has a fan base because he's streaming, and every time I go to
That's
Milk's
click on
stream, there's a
Twitch.
bunch of people that I don't know, and they all seem to know each other, and they don't really talk to me, and I feel sad.
You should talk to them first, Kuro. How about that?
I think they don't like me.
Kuro just thinks she's so important. They should talk to
I mean,
her.
obviously. I don't know. No, but like it just seems like there are a lot of like regulars. Just. But yeah. Still has been casting more, and
I
like
hate-
actually today, like during the Proxy Tempest Sunday Heroes, if I recall correctly, he was talking about how was it or was it anyway, he was talking about how like on the very beginning of like Duckling Open, we didn't even have a live cast, like we were just casting from replays, and he just randomly asked like if he can cast, like because he kind of wanted to, but he didn't really have like the opportunity, and you know it's kind of stressful as well if you're like new to it and stuff. But like when he saw that we're doing a tournament and like we don't have a live cast, so he asked if he can do it, even though his stream wasn't like, you know, quality wise it wasn't that great because of his internet and stuff. But like, you know, he asked if he can try, and since then he improved a lot, like in his casting itself. He also says that like he generally just enjoys casting, and that through casting like he can connect to a game that he kind of started losing interest in, because like he didn't really want to play it, but like with casting like he can connect back to a game that he likes, but like he didn't really feel like, you know, playing.
I still remember when the three of us like checked out his channel, because we didn't really know Steelmold. Like he popped up in prank chat every now and then, said something, but we didn't really know him, so we checked out his channel. We checked out his channel when he was playing Skyrim.
He was streaming.
And role-playing a Finnish.
Oh, yeah.
He was role-playing a Finnish character. And so
Yeah,
we were
and
like, oh, Steel's from
For a
Finland.
while I thought Steel is Finnish because of the way he spoke, but it turned out he was just role-playing a Khajiit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were listening to his voice and we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. He needs to
It's
cast.
amazing.
We need to hear this voice casting. Like, we were just immediately
And
like.
the thing is, he
sold
also
on
like
it.
apparently he also like knows a bit of Finnish and whatnot. Because,
the thing is, he actually
goes back and
studied
forth with
Finnish,
Soko,
so-
who we knew for a fact was Finnish. And then all of a sudden, I tune into one Duckling Open one day, and he's like, "Yeah, unless you're from Israel, like me." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I mean, I knew, but like for a while, like I thought he's Finnish because of the accent, but like it turned out he was just role-playing the Khajiit. By the way, his hissing was pretty good too. Pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a reason why his icon is a cat.
Yeah, he was talking about all of this during the
Duckling Cup.
the OSC tournament. I almost jumped ahead again. God damn it. But yeah, he actually only just started casting
Yes,
for
just
OSC
today?
yesterday
Last
or
night.
today, depending on where
basically.
you are.
Jumped
Yeah.
on straight in with a Nancy, which must have been confusing. I can't forgive myself for missing that cast, because
Yeah.
Yeah,
apparently they sound the exact same according to Nemesis.
I don't know. But like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was like really late or really early at night, and like still said that today is like the the moldy. What did he call it? The moldy Sunday or something? That like it's a marathon where he's casting like 12 hours in 24. And like
Yeah. It was a really good cast with Nancy. Like I felt like they worked pretty well together. And Steelmold was introducing Nancy to a bunch of Steelmold's memes.
yeah, I need to catch up on that.
Approve. Oh, is he doing
Sideways
the approve
1-1.
face?
Yeah. He introduced Nancy to the sideways 1-1 and explained it to him and stuff like that. Like, and Steel would make his unit noises as well, and yeah. Like, and people liked it. People liked it in the stream. Like,
I mean, Steve has a
really good,
personality, okay? Like,
Mhm.
like his whole
He's assimilating
his
people
whole
slowly but
being
surely.
has like that sort of like persona of sorts.
Like what Dante said in chat, seal tick to casting like a duck to water.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting. I'm excited.
Mm.
I'm proud of Steel.
I am.
I'm proud of Steel and where things are going with him.
It's-
I also
it's-
wanted
it's
to-
casting at this guy.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about how when we first started doing SDA, like, yeah, we were just casting from replays, and Steel, he just randomly like said like, hey, like I want to be a part of this. Like, this is like a CranKy thing that we were starting, right? We were trying to bring in like Princess and FPS and all this stuff. Like, we were all trying to organize this, and then Steel showed up, and he was really keen, and we didn't fucking know Steel. Like, who is this guy?
It's
Like, we knew-
it's
we
like
knew-
if
like-
last year.
We recognized the name, but like we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really have much interaction with him per se.
Yeah. Like, we didn't really like play games together or anything, so we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah,
And
I
things
remember.
changed.
If you
I
tell
remember there
me-
was a phase when like we would check his stream and we were like discussing like is that guy suitable for our tournament? Like,
I
can we
fucking
accept
remember
him?
that. I
Because like we
remember
really
that
didn't know
very
like
clearly.
what he's like.
Because I remember that very clearly. Mate, if you told me like a month before Duckling Open became a thing that Steelmold would be our official caster and we would end up being like real close to him and whatnot, I would have been like, is he the guy who played in that mono battle that one time?
Mhm.
That's how little we knew him back then.
I mean, I
Yeah.
especially since like I was Crank's head mod, like I would recognize a lot of names and like I would know maybe more in like on the level of like who could be bothersome and who's like just a regular chatter, maybe more of that kind of thing. Like as a mod, I need to like not to know who to pay attention to, like to make sure that nothing wrong is happening. And, like
Like Milk.
obviously, yeah, like Mick. But obviously, like
What did I do?
obviously, like there were people who were like more active and like would more like take part in the discussions and stuff. Like Steve would often be there, but like he wasn't like the most active, like person in the conversation. So like I knew he was watching, like I recognized his name, but like I didn't know much about like his personality or anything.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I do?
It's okay, look, it's in the past.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
why don't you fucking...
I like
What
how
do
every
That's-
now and then we just have to wake up me with like single line and suddenly he's like jumps out of nowhere.
Man, it's the afternoon for you. We thought you would have to bring the hype.
It's like, I'm here listening, and then it's all of a sudden like Milk, and I was like, wait, what? What did I do? It's like, did I do something? Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Light.
I don't know where Steel goes from here. Like,
Mm.
he's on Proxy Tempest, he's on OSC. Like, what's next? I don't
According
know.
to one
Africa.
of these days we're gonna see him casting like a WCS event and he's gonna be explaining to like in control what a Sideways 1-1 is. And that's gonna be the most
Exactly.
unimpressed face ever.
He's gonna bring the fucking vuvuzela.
He almost brought that into the cast with Nancy. He's like, I
need to watch this.
He was like, I would play my vuvuzela right now, but I didn't have it with me. This is like, what? Excuse me?
I need to watch this VOD, mate.
On that note, I will say that the OSC cast was even more special because they actually had webcams on, and like, as I said, Steve is quite a character. Like, he like,
I mean,
it's not, it's not just that like he behaves in a certain way, but like he knows how to work with the camera. Is what I would say. Like he knows what he's doing.
He knows how to emote.
It's because he's hot.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily have to be related. What I mean more is like, not because like for different people, but like what I mean more is like simple things. Like he knows exactly when is like the right moment to look like straight into the camera, to like look straight at the viewer, and like it gives totally different effect than when somebody is just looking at their screen doing something. And like he knows how to behave in front of a camera. He has that kind of thing.
Yeah. And a couple of hours after this, he casted another OSC tournament with Azulus.
Our OSC to well, actually, it's more flights because I didn't fucking pay for that. So
I made it ours.
Aww.
Wait,
Yeah.
our OSC tournament? What do you mean, Light?
Yeah. We had OSC Duckling Open.
OSC
PondCast.
Duckling Open.
PondCast.
Oh, PondCast.
But yeah.
Just love
So-
chaps here.
Like at the start of the year, you could pay or you could donate, I guess, to the OSC Team Championship for 2017 through Matcherino.
So
Yeah. And one of them was you would get your own tournament named after yourself. And Azlis did that. That's
Thanks,
why
Duckling.
her tournament. Yeah, that's why her tournament was last week. And then I did that, and the entire time I was like, this could be like the light VIP tournament, or
VIP tournament.
I could just like take this
the
opportunity to
VIP
promote us.
tournament.
Yeah. And I just liked that it would be like OSC Duckling Open instead of C Duckling Open.
Duckling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds good. It just doesn't it?
I just like the ring to it. So yeah, we had our tournament yesterday, and we had a really good turnout. Like I was surprised because it was really today. It was really short notice. It was like 2 days or something, and we ended up getting a bunch of signups, and a bunch of our regulars joined in as well, which was really cool.
And a bunch of people who actually matter, like Lucira and Soul.
And me and Micah kind of.
Kind of.
And me and Mecca always matters.
He signed up and then he went to get dinner or something. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Micah.
He was gonna face Terran Lord, but then he was like, oh no, not the Lord.
We were like so hyped that I was like, yeah, if you play Mio, like you have to tell me the builds and stuff, and then Mio was like, yeah, I went to get food.
It
Okay,
was,
then I guess.
Nem was saying that he was really discouraged when he saw Lucira was on his side of the bracket. It was like, God damn it, me and Micah. But yeah, it was really good. It was a really good turnout, and Azlis and Steel, I feel like they mesh well together when it comes to their cast.
I mean, half of the cast is basically Azul is just losing it because Steel is saying something silly. Also, I'm not gonna count. I'm really tempted to go through the VOD, but I'm not gonna count how many times Steel pulled out the true joke.
Is
It's
that a
too
new
many.
drinking game?
It was too many. There were too many puns.
Like
There's too many
even though
puns in
they
that
both
tournament.
knew that it's not funny anymore, like every time Aziz was just cracking up. It was amazing.
And then, of course, there was that amazing moment where Azalis was muted for a good, 10 minutes.
yeah.
So Steel
Mhm.
was, solo casting, but he didn't know he was solo
Except he didn't know he
casting.
was.
No,
yeah. I was like,
that was
oh,
one thing.
Steel's gone fucking mad, dude.
Yeah, that was
All
one
this
thing.
casting has finally gotten to him.
But there was also that moment where Aziz was the one streaming and she left the PC to get coffee or something, and that was she was like, yeah, you're gonna observe and you're gonna do the intros, and the game starts and the players are like, oh, wrong server, let's redo, and they leave the game and still just sits there
Yeah.
because he can't switch scenes or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's going well.
Yeah.
He made
He
the
knows how to
stream.
fill time.
He made the stream call out for Azalis and try to call her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows how to fill time though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Well, downtime's always a bad thing, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
It was fine.
It was good. It was good. And yeah, we had a good showing. Terran Lord, got to the quarterfinals through walkovers. It's pretty
He
good.
completely
Pretty good.
smashed Chatman over there, 99-0, completely smashed me, Micah.
I was legitimately disappointed that Chadman versus Terran Lord didn't happen. I really wanted to see that because it's actually been a while
don't even
since
know what
Chadman
happened.
has played. Yeah.
I know that Chadman later popped in the chat and he was like, oh, I think I'm late, and gave a walkover or something. I don't know what happened there.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this year we'll have another OSC Duckling Open at some point. Hopefully with
I
with more
don't know how
time
much money
to-
are you giving Eddie.
We'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
And
Yeah, something I
another
wanted
thing
to
that-
really
yeah,
something I wanted to really briefly show was the OSC Team Championship rankings. Because
wait, have we
Right,
beaten
why not?
Liquid yet? Oh, I guess not. Because Soul. No, Soul's on OSC Elite. I was thinking Mana. We've beaten Liquid, right?
yeah, we should. It hasn't been updated yet, but right now we're 0.5 points behind Team Liquid, and with yesterday's OSC, dude, we fucking beat Team Liquid. We're moving up. We're moving up. We're playing in all the tournaments.
Well, I mean, maybe we might beat Cascade. Maybe Sif.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
the
if we'll
problem
pick
is,
Or is what I'm saying.
yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get past SYF Gaming. It's hard because
Maybe.
it's
I
hard
can still
because
see us, but maybe.
around 14 is when pro players of these teams are actually competing and placing well, so
Hear that,
it's gonna
Liquid?
be rough. Yeah. Take that, Team Liquid.
You say that, but right below us is Titan X and Team Expert. We have a bunch of pros.
Yeah, we're beating Spice.
Oh no! Oh, we've
Beating
beaten them
Junair?
again. No wait, fuck. How do I don't know how to feel.
But yeah, we're getting up there. If only some people would play in more tournaments. Milk.
Look,
Uh,
I'm putting all my focus in BTL, all right? Fuck you.
We'll need to update our logo.
yeah. But yeah, we're doing pretty well.
Considering our size and the fact that we are amateur, I would definitely say so.
My goal is to beat Sonic Aftermath.
Yes.
That's my goal.
That is. Oh, actually, we've gotten Volt and PhoenixTears now. All right,
Yes.
sweet. We get one more member from PSISTORM. PSIX to switch over, and we G, man. We G.
C-Star?
Physics. Physics.
Yeah.
6.
Um,
P6.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And I think the last thing we have to talk about is the PSISTORM. Speaking of PSISTORM,
Ah,
PSISTORM Team
That's a
League.
good segue.
Yeah.
Storm?
That's it. Yeah. PSISTORM Team League. That's actually finally starting. Like it's been months. I feel
yeah,
like.
there have been a lot of delays actually.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah, but
PhoenixTears.
it's finally a thing. It's finally a thing.
Yeah, it's
So-
already started. The matches are already being played, and the first broadcast will be up soon.
Yeah. So all the matches get played, and then they all get casted, like one after another, in 2 days or in a day.
Well,
1 p.m. 11th of June EDT. When is that, Milk?
1 p.m. 11th of June EDT.
Yeah.
Mhm.
P.
That's
Do you say P or do you
It's
say
in like
E?
24 hours.
yeah. It's in like
24
that's
hours?
tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's when all the matches are going to be casted. And that's also going to include us. We're going to be in that. So
We're not actually
Sure.
playing Team League, but we had something special.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
to that.
So
No
the way it works
spoilers.
is every week the PSISTORM Team League are going to have like a kind of like a show match at the start of the broadcast that include teams that aren't a part of the league. And obviously we're not a part of the league, so we got to be in that for the first week.
Yeah, like really wanted to keep this $5. Wait, what is the entry fee?
I don't
20?
know.
$5, right? No, $20. Yeah, like really wanted to keep this $20.
Yeah, that's 2 SDOs. Like fuck that. So
Oh
worth
my! Jeez.
Mike's thinking economically here.
Mm.
So yeah, we might participate in future PSISTORM Team Leagues, like as in like future weeks, playing the first one. I kind of want to play maybe like halfway through the league and then at the end of the league or something like that, depending on how it goes. But yeah. So tune into that if you want to see us. If you want to see us compete.
You do want
That
to
is
see
in
that.
24-ish hours.
You
You
are
really
not.
do.
Yeah.
You are not expecting what happened there. You do want to see that.
And we're the opening match, so we'll be at the start of the broadcast. So yeah.
What was it like? Ah, shit. Let's...
Right.
Oh well.
And yeah, I guess we should also talk about how, this is the Terran brothers, their thing
Mhm.
right now. Like
The
now that
Terran
PhoenixTears, yeah. Now that PhoenixTears is part of our team, like he's the head admin for this league, and he's putting a lot of work into it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this goes, and hopefully it goes well. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about it, or?
If we win, can we get coached by True?
I mean,
Or can we get one?
Should I ask him?
If we compete, you mean?
What are you talking about, Jaku? We're not in the league.
Yeah, but we could be.
No, we
Everyone
can't.
just-
We
Everyone
don't
just
have the
give
players
Mike a-
for this.
Yeah, we do. Gold, plat, diamond, diamond master.
Where are 2 golds?
We need 1 gold.
Who's our other gold then?
So, fucking get a Fiesta play, I guess.
I mean, FPS lost to the uploading. To the downloading patches thing. Like every time he wants to
Right.
play, he's like, "There's a patch. I have to download the patch." Like
No,
happens
it's
every time.
That's a patch. I need to read the patch and then
Oh, yeah.
download it.
No, but like every time we want FPS to play, it turns out that he hasn't touched the game for like forever.
I'll get into play. Okay.
And then it takes
Okay.
like 3 days from the patch.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, do give support to PhoenixTears and Terran Lord and the other admin as well. Phantom Knight is his name, if I remember well. Because they put a lot of work and like it's really difficult to manage a decently big league because we have a lot of like different teams with different rosters. And like decently big league, which is like basically starting from scratch, and like they weren't in it from the beginning either, as in like first like it was supposed to be Jordan was supposed to be the admin, I think, and then the things changed and like they got different admins, so like they had to like get into the system that was already prepared and like change what was needed and stuff. So like they put a lot of work into it, and you know like most of the time admins in general in various tournaments like don't get like thanked or anything, like their work is just taken for granted and stuff, and like it can be really demotivating when you're working your ass off and like people are just complaining about how things are not the best stuff.
Thanks, Kuro.
We appreciate you, Kuro. It's okay. It's okay. And you too, PhoenixTears. Yeah. I think that's all we have to talk about today on the podcast, right?
We could go back and talk about US states again.
We could bring it back around full circle.
There
I'm
we go.
leaving. I'm leaving. I quit. I'm leaving the clan.
He's gonna start his own harem clan.
Get all my waifus. You know.
Who wants to join anyway?
Gotta start with the Russian first, because she'd be Russian.
Jesus Christ.
Pete Karen just
Look, I mean, I'm gonna work backwards. I'm gonna start in Asia, go to Russia first, then go to Singapore, and then whoever else on the way, and then I'll hit the UK at the end, right?
Can Daunted be your waifu? It's asking in chat.
I mean, like it's on the way, so
may as well.
He'll pick you up on the way. Pick you up on the way.
Don't worry.
I'll be very disappointed when you come to Singapore and your Singapore waifu isn't your waifu.
Who's my waifu? You don't even
Your
know.
waifu. Your waifu. That's his name. Your waifu.
Yeah, that's the name of the guy. Your waifu.
Nah, that's not my waifu. Sorry, your waifu. If you ever watch this, you were never a waifu.
Oh god.
Hashtag not my waifu.
Not my waifu.
Oh dear.
My waifu knows who she is.
Jesus Christ. End the stream. End it. Cut it off. Correct. Look. Yaku, where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/light_VIP, Twitter.com @light_VIP, hashtag consistency, yo.
Light, where do we find you?
Look at the chat.
Find me at 16 Squad S on Twitter. I'm a clam. That's it.
What?
You know from experience?
Yes.
Kuro, where can we find you?
I don't know who was introduced yet. I guess
Just
you can.
guess.
I'm gonna guess. I guess you can find it at Emporia Yakuzaku because I don't know how to spell, and yeah.
I like how no one picked milk. No one picked milk after all that. No one wanted to be associated with milk.
That's what you get.
Milk, where can we find you?
Oh dear.
You can find me on my waifu's page at twitch.tv/23nemesis.
Oh god, no! End it! Cut the stream! End it!
Alright, well, we're getting sued. We are gonna get sued, so it's
Twitter.com/.
get sued.
Cut it! Kill it! Kill the stream, Craig! Kill it! Kill the stream! Oh shit!
Oh dear.
I killed Kuro.
I don't know, I think you should be worried about Nemesis.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting sued. This fun while it lasted.
Oh, it was going so well, and then Milk woke up.
Kuro, why is the stream still going? What are you doing?
Oh Christ, we're talking.
Jesus Christ!
Bye, everyone. See you in a couple weeks.
See you on the next podcast.
Whenever we do the next one.
Yeah, hopefully on schedule. Be okay.
Without milk.